Number 2.
Steve, is your mic up?
It is.
Okay, thank you. He's like, sure.
It can go up even higher.
It's okay. Here we go. Mike's hot.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are at the Albuquerque Duke store. Let's go. Let's go to the Duke store.
Let's go, baby.
Get some gear. Get some Duke's gear.
I like those new yellow ringers, Steve Palmastano, owner operator of the Duke's team store.
Thank you.
It's really sharp.
Appreciate that.
It's new merch.
Welcome to the Duke store. Albuquerque baseball players are doing a heck of a job in the Major League Baseball playoffs.
Crushing it.
Yeah, they are. If you literally are in the count of 3, everyone pick. It's Garver or Mitch Garver or Alex Bregman on 3. Ready? 1, 2,
Bregman.
3. Okay, I didn't get the 3.
Sam's boy.
Mitch Garver's Bregber just cracking dingers.
Salamis.
Salami, salami
of the grand variety.
Baseball was so very good yesterday, so incredibly good yesterday. You want to start with Major League Baseball? You want to start with the NFL? You want to start with, I went to the UNM press conference today. We could talk about that a little bit. I had a big meeting today with the State Athletic Commission. We could talk about that. I mean, there's kind of a lot of things we could go on about.
I mean, my beloved Houston baseball Astros are up 5-0 right now over the loser Minnesota Twins.
So you call them losers, even though they had beaten you.
Just one game.
But put it on you.
They did okay. Passable effort, I suppose.
I mean, kind of put it on you.
No, not really. I mean, this series is even. And now the best team in the history of all sports is up 5-0.
Who's pitching for the Twins?
Sonny Gray.
Oh, he's the guy who gets hit. He's been an all-star, which doesn't make a ton of sense to me. He's not that good.
He only gave up 8 home runs all year this year and gave up 1 in the first to Jose Abreu, who is 75 years old maybe.
A guy who professionally hits home runs.
Yeah.
Guy was super good at it. Not a good game of professionals last night was the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. These are 2 teams that just tried their hardest to not win a game.
So I'm going to focus on my Astros success right now.
Yep.
I'm not thinking about the Packers whatsoever because that was
because why would you?
Somebody might use the word pathetic. It was a pathetic performance.
It was very bad.
Jordan Love is about as mid as a human being can be.
As far as talent on the field?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was sad.
I think there's some truth to that.
And sad.
Thank goodness I was at Howie's sports page with all the fellowship and camaraderie in the universe.
Yeah.
And alcohol.
And a fun, shout out fun thing to all the fun tourists who were in town yesterday.
Yeah, met some new friends.
There were so many Balloon Fiesta tourists at Howie's last night.
Awesome.
It was awesome. Steve Palmastano joining us on the program.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Were you too busy basking in your Thursday night?
Well, I was been waiting to talk about that.
That's it.
Yeah.
5 days ago, Steve.
He doesn't want to talk about Sunday.
What happened Sunday?
Too soon. Too soon, Amory.
I can't talk about it.
You can't talk about anything ever. The Vikings are in tank mode.
Oh, they don't care.
No, they don't care.
They don't care about winning at all.
They don't care. And the Twins are going to mess it up.
Minnesota.
Oh, I could have told you that part.
That's a Minnesota postseason thing.
Yeah,
I could have told you that as well.
That's nice. They got to go to the playoffs. They got to have have 2 nice home games for their fans, and then lose to the Astros
before the weather gets bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they're miserable and they can't go outside. And
it would now be the perfect time though, because Justin Jefferson can just sit at home and watch them for a couple of weeks.
Perfect timing.
Amory, what we're saying is Justin Jefferson won't be playing football for a couple.
You don't think I had? You would think someone had died. I'll tell you something. So my phone starts going off about 6 a.m. That's about the time I get up.
Sure.
And,
hey, good morning.
Good morning. And I looked at my phone and I thought literally a family member died. I had 50 text messages and a missed call. I was like, okay, guys. And people act like I'm not used to this. They'll be like, have one good year, have a bad couple years, and just settle for being like a 500 team. And I don't know. I guess tank. I don't know what to do at this point. I've just given up.
Well, they should tank.
Yeah. Amory,
That's
people,
what's stupid though, is they won't. That's what's so annoying about the Vikings. I mean, they have to, but I'm telling you, they'll do something stupid. They'll win some games for no reason.
But against who? Like
people text you about a injured football player, and I got about 1,000 texts today about the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
Oh, okay.
Justin
Well,
Jefferson talk is a little more fun. It's a little more fun.
Yes, yes. No, but I'm just saying though, I wake up and your phone's like, you're like, what has happened?
I don't know if I understand the
Let me-
connection to Van though. You're not.
Let me tell you
you're not
exactly what needs to happen,
You're not
Amory
of Jewish
Castillo.
descent. Why are you getting all these texts?
I mean, fiscally. But what needs to happen here,
So stupid.
Amory, is you trade Kirk Cousins to the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
Why,
God.
so they could have the
You
same
just punt.
kind of quarterback.
It's a good plan.
Hang
Yeah.
on.
You trade him straight up for
Yeah.
Cooper Rush,
Good.
Oh
That's a
my
good
God.
trade.
and then the Vikings go undefeated for the
With
rest of the
Cooper
year
Rush.
with Cooper Rush.
And they win the Super Bowl.
And you pull the wool over the Cowboys' eyes, and they just have either 2 Dak Prescotts or 2 Kirk Cousins, depending on who's keeping score.
My favorite part too is our backup quarterback, our backup for Kirk Cousins right now, the Minnesota Vikings. He's hurt too. So if Kirk Cousins goes out this week or something happens, I literally don't know who's going to play quarterback.
If you were to ask me who the backup quarterback is for the Minnesota Vikings, I would not be able to answer that.
It's Nick Mullins.
Oh, yeah.
Nope,
Is
definitely would
is
not
it
have.
Christian Ponder?
No, he's unemployed. His wife works though.
Ouch.
Colt McCoy.
I don't think he
No.
played there, did he? Christian Ponder is the weirdest NFL athlete I've ever met.
Yes. Oh, you're saying like when you've interviewed him?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
so weird.
He seems weird.
It's a weird energy.
It was a weird energy. He was like, what was he? He was trying to Huck promote. He was
What?
so he was like, hey, I have this business venture where it's only professional athletes are allowed, and he was like, it's like a social club.
What?
Yeah, and he was like, and we're gonna set up. This is real. He was like, we're gonna set
Those were
up.
rough years.
No, this was months ago. It was at the Super Bowl. We didn't put
Yeah.
it on air because it was so bad.
Oh.
And he was like, so the vision is we're gonna set up these clubs around the country in every city where professional athletes can go and like network or let whatever. And he was like, and you can't, if you're adjacent, you can't get in because you don't know what it's like to be a professional athlete.
What?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
This
And
is true.
and
Yeah.
were you there for that?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, and we're like sitting through this interview, and I'm like, but like I worked in sports talk for 20 years, where like I get it, like I can tell some stories. He's like, you'll never get it, and I'm like, okay, like this
I'm
is
like, oh, really now?
you're gonna tell me I can't hang out at the press club? Like,
Yeah. Hey,
So weird.
Christian Ponder. There are already clubs in major cities where ex-athletes go to retire and they meet up and hang out.
it's called golf.
They're called strip clubs.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
We're going a different direction with that.
Ask the president, James Harden, about them.
Hmm.
He will tell you all about.
His name is President.
Yes, he's the president of strip clubs.
That's awesome.
Christian Ponder just needs to enjoy being like a stay-home dad.
Who was he hanging out with? He had like coerced someone else into being a part of his athlete Ponzi scheme.
I think he got his Ponder scheme.
That's good for his last name.
His Ponder scheme.
Ponder scheme.
Good job, Van.
Thanks, you. Yeah, a little late to the party.
You're
but
the
it's cool.
funniest one on the show, Van.
Yeah,
He
we all
is.
know that.
I can't recall who. It doesn't matter who it was, but he comes up to the show, and I'm like, so as we're interviewing him, I'm like, what is like the hook here though? Are you like, how can I or the friends of the show? He's like, well,
Yeah.
since none of you guys are professional athletes,
You don't
and
get it. It's like,
we're
who
like-
are you talking
we're
to?
like, why? Are you,
Can you support it?
Yeah,
Can-
like,
yeah.
what is it?
why are you here?
Why would you be promoting it then or talking about it?
God, he was so weird.
Yeah, our listeners are construction workers and mailmen, and you're saying they can't get into your club? Why are you advertising your club on our airwaves? This makes no sense, Christian Ponder.
Christian Ponder
Ponder this.
and Jason LaRose are building The Post, the ultimate networking hub and database for former college or pro athletes turned business people. Professional athletes don't need to be defined solely by their on-field accolades. Here you go.
Do they have to wear Nike Cortez?
Is that a thing that he wore?
That is a cult thing. Yeah, that's a cult thing. I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about Heaven's Gate?
Yeah, I'm talking about Heaven's Gate cult. This sounds like a cult. It's an ex-NFL financial cult. What is this? It is very weird.
Did you see where all these golf clubs are getting the new Travis Scott golf shoes and they won't just let anyone buy them? you have to be able to prove that you can hit a golf ball like over 200 yards and like be an actual golfer. Have you seen any of this?
That is
What?
hilarious. They do golfers know that Travis Scott is a rapper?
So
It's Travis Scott, not Adam Scott.
So Travis Scott's the guy with the backwards swoosh on the shoe, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So he, I guess, has a new golf collab with Nike or whatever.
Yeah.
So all these, you can get them, right? If you're like a high-end golf course. And all these like people who are for the culture.
Yeah, sneakerheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so all these culture heads are like, hey, we're trying to get those. And they're like, all these golf clubs have come together in unison and they're like, you can definitely buy these. We'll give you 2 shots to hit a ball 200 yards. And like, and if you can do it, like, you're cool. You can buy the Travis Scott whatevers for whatever they cost. But if you can't do it, then like these are not the Travis Scotts for you. Like you should go and win some and then just resell them to all of your like culture head friends.
All right, friends of the show who run golf courses who have Travis Scott golf shoes, hit up your boy.
All right, so
I'll cut the profits with you.
And maybe Christian Ponder totally won me over because we're talking about this thing now. But so in his Ponzi scheme, here's how it works.
Ponder scheme.
I'm very excited about this.
So the Post is targeting the 5 million former NCAA athletes, especially those with elite or promising business careers. Here we go. $2,500 annual fee gives the user full access to other members, other career-focused content events, blah, 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 blah. Small group of teams with similar aspirations. For another $2,500, you get access to members-only clubs. This is what I was talking about.
Great jackets.
Set up in the New York's Flatiron District. Is that that's where that weird building is. The more brick and mortars are coming across the country. That's what I was talking about. I mean, this is this is a money launder. Like, what else would this be?
It's a financial cult. You have to join. Let me tell you. Hey, Christian, you can just text your friend. You know how many ex-NFL athletes have ex-NFL athletes in their phone?
Correct.
The answer is all of them.
You
could just start a group chat.
To get into this Ponder scheme, you have to show up with your $499 Tinder app on your phone. And then they're like, we're here and we're in the club and we're in the thing.
Now 6-0 Houston in the top of the 6th.
Let's step away so we can get on time for our friend of the show, Eddie Nunez. He's the athletic director over at the University of New Mexico. And they last night digitally and today during press conference released a new strategic plan, Steve. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're
Awesome.
going to ask Eddie about exactly what that means for student athletes, how it's going to impact what you see on campus, and then obviously the future of all athletic programs as we know them. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from the Albuquerque Dew Store. Come hang out with us. You get 10% off a purchase, and Van's actually going to cover that 10%. That way it's not really 10%, but it's 10% off for you, the friend of the show, the sports animal.
We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust Claire. I have his number. I'll call him.
You're the best.
Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico. Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
Foot traffic right now. Things still moving slow. I-25 southbound between Paseo and Montgomery. Also northbound I-25 as you approach Gibson. You're going to see slowdown there. Those last until Lomas. You're starting to see a couple of slow spots now westbound on I-40. The first as you approach the interchange. And then again between Rio Grande and Ford. Watch out for that. Also headed west on Paseo right now between 2nd.
Yeah, it's out of Florida State, I think, if I remember.
Traffic moving slow there.
This report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
Check out this hot October deal at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. Get 1.9% financing OAC on all 2023 Buicks. Plus up to $1,250 in Conquest cash and no payments till 2024. Quality by DiLorenzo. QualityDeal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This New Mexican is headed to London.
We just won the winner of the London Flyaway. I didn't think I was going to win. Oh, I'm so happy.
Special thanks to Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or at FiestaSubaru.com.
Actually, my wife is the one I always bring whenever I go for competitions. So, but yeah, we were thinking let's wear the lucky shirts tonight. See what happens.
And thanks to all of you who participated on your station for local winners. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I've been taking Nutrafol 4.5 years.
My hair was thinning.
I was under a lot of stress.
I like Nutrafol because it's drug-free and the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
My hair feels thicker,
stronger.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
Join the 1 million people growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Paid for by Nutraceutical Wellness Inc.
Oh, this cold.
Honey,
You need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
no, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Out of reach of children.
You hear it all the time. Lawyers talk about all their experience, many years of experience with the insurance companies, and experience in the courtroom. But what you don't hear much is about the results. At Lerner & Rowe, we're proud of our results because that's how we measure our success. We've helped over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars.
Eddie is ready.
Lerner & Rowe.
Many tourists come in.
State Settlements. Carlos Uri Espinosa is the managing attorney at 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
I'm Jeff Zimbieta. Wednesday on the opening drive. How can Denver get its D back? Is Dak that bad? Baseball player.
Is Eddie there? Sorry.
Yes, he's here. Mike is hot.
Back on the program live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Come down and see the boys. 10% off a purchase where we are here, or 6 o'clock, whichever one comes first. I mean, I guess they can come in past 6. We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Just come in throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Come
absolutely.
buy something. You'll save 10%.
Exactly.
Off your total purchase, not one item.
Right.
Okay, I like that a lot. And it doesn't multiply per item.
No.
Got it. Joining us on the program, friend of the show, Hotline, Sports Animal Hotline, athletic director for your University of New Mexico Lobos, Eddie Nunez. Let's go.
What up?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Enjoying it, my friend. We're having you on the program because we were in attendance today at the press conference when you talked about unmatched excellence, the Lobo standard, and it's the strategic plan, Eddie, that you put together with a group of other invested individuals. Give us the cliff notes, and then we'll dive into this bad boy.
Absolutely. No, and I appreciate you guys having me on. You know, for us, and that's one of the things I said earlier today was, you know, when we embarked on this process, I wanted to get this done, 6 years ago when I arrived. But the fact was we were challenged with many things at the time, other things we had to put our focus on. And more than anything else, we had to build the trust with our fan base, with all our Lobo supporters out there. And so over the last 8 months, we've really dove into this. Had Ryan Berriman and Casey McDonald both on my staff that were the co-chairs, and they worked with our steering committee and so many others to help develop this plan. And it goes off the vision that we've been trying to embrace for the last 6 years. But now what we've done is we've made that who we are, what we're about. We wanted everybody to see it, understand it. But we're also making this plan something that's flexible, because college athletics is changing so rapidly. So for me, I needed something that gives us guiding principles, a vision, a mission, but also gives us the understanding that we might need to pivot a little bit because the conference is changing, or maybe it's not, or maybe things are developing in a different way. So I'm excited for this. Unmatched excellence it ties into the way I ask our staff to be every day, is to have that standard of excellence in everything we do, to be the best we can be. So I'm excited. I'll pause there and see how more you want to dive into this.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the process, because this is more than just results on the field. This is a multi-tier effort across all of athletics. Can you unpackage that a little bit, Eddie?
Yeah. So again, the process was really to take all stakeholders. We had, over 2,200 individuals that participated in the survey. We had business leaders, we had community leaders, we had state leaders, we had university individuals, faculty, we had student athletes. So we wanted to make sure that every stakeholder that has an ability to not just work with us, but understands what our purpose here was involved. And so we looked at every facet. For me, when we developed our values, we wanted things that not just represented us, but represented us for our state, represented us nationally. So when you look at integrity, accountability, excellence, leadership, respect, resilience, those 6 foundational tenets for me are important, because those 6 basically core values of who we are going to lead us to make the decisions we need to make when it comes to business, leadership, wins, losses, how we address our community, how impactful we can be. So it goes into every facet of what we do and how we're viewed, and the way we represent this unbelievable university.
You mentioned a couple of different numbers here. 6 years ago when you started, 8 months ago when this project started, but the landscape of NCAA athletics feels to me like it's changing day to day. And if you read some of the dirt sheets on the internet, it's saying it's going to change again tomorrow. How do you keep this thing organic, Eddie, to where it's always helping the student athlete and we're not redoing it in 6 years?
And again, having been through many of these processes at other institutions, when I arrived here 6 years ago, they had a strategic plan, which was really good. But one of the things was it was stagnant. And part of it was because the landscape had already changed so much from the time they developed that. And part of us taking a step back was to gain the trust, build upon where we were. I mean, if you look at where we are today, we're building off the successes that we've had over the last 6 years. When you talk about conference and national championships, you talk about academic success, you talk about revenue, fundraising, all those different areas, we've had success, and we've done it with, for the most part, a lot of the vision and the mission that we put into this plan. But in doing so, we also understand that this is changing, and now more than ever. I mean, when you talk NIL, when you're talking transfers, when you're talking conference realignment, we needed to make sure that this can be flexible. There's things that we can look here in a year from now and say, you know what, our core values, our mission, our vision is still the same. But when you start looking at the priorities and how we do things, that's the kind of things that maybe we pivot a little bit. It doesn't mean we change the whole plan, but we're capable of making adjustments and changing the way we move forward. One of the things you're not going to read in here is it's not going to say that we're going to be the leaders of the Mountain West Conference. It says we're going to be leaders in our conference, in our region, in our state, nationally. Those are the reasons we wanted to be a little bit more open with the way we approach things, because I don't know where this is going to be in 3 years from today or tomorrow or next month. But I do know that these plans are supposed to be you're supposed to have an ability to change, to tweak them, but the values need to remain the core of who you are, how we do, what decisions we make, and so that's kind of the way we approached it.
Joining us on the program, Eddie Nunez, athletic director of the University of New Mexico. Give me a couple measuring sticks, Eddie. Like, help me understand when you feel like you'll know that you're finding success. Is it graduation rates? Is it retention rates on the transfer portal? Like, what are those things that are saying this strategic plan is working?
I think it's already working.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that we started off with is, it's about a standard of excellence in what we do every day. And that is something that I've led with since the day I arrived here. It is something that I ask our staff to approach every day with that standard. And what that standard means is we're going to do things to the best of our ability. And we've been doing it. And as you can see from the fundraising, from the championships, sure, winning more conference championships, does it solidify this plan? It helps. But the fact of the matter is, if we're following what this plan says, and it's doing things with the right values, integrity, accountability, excellence, leadership, I mean, the resilience being. So again, I said this earlier, resilience is in this plan because it's a testament to this state, to this community of, whenever we're faced with a challenge, one of the things I realized when you talk about the fires that occurred a year ago, the resilience and how people persevered. And so you start thinking about who we are as a university, as a community, as a state, and we represent all that. So success isn't just based off wins and losses for us. It's based on how we represent ourselves, how we show up every day, how we bring it. So it has different levels of accountability of, how we measure competitive excellence. How do we measure student athlete development? How do we measure the campus integration with trying to make sure that we involve ourselves, the diversity, the equity, everything, the inclusion part. So all those different factors are going to be measured differently. Financial stability, it's a great one. I got to balance a budget, but I also got to try to make it grow. And how do we do those two and still have competitive excellence? So there is wins and losses, yes. There is seeing individuals graduate, yes. But I also look at, are we doing what we are here to do, which is represent this university, represent this state, involve ourselves in the community, be engaging, represent ourselves, respect those that are in the community, respect who we are and what we're about. So again, I'm not trying to be too philosophical, but I'm sure that I wanted you to have an understanding of why it's so passionate for us to roll this out and be a true representative of what Lobo athletics means.
Eddie, you've mentioned representation multiple times throughout our talk so far today. Football and baseball, they push the meter on the program. That's what we talk most about. But there's tons of other successful programs. What does the unmatched excellence mean to all these other young student athletes?
I think it goes back to when we talk to our student athletes, when we talk to our coaches, the message was that we do everything beyond just the standard of excellence. It's unmatched. Everything we do is not just to be what somebody else is in our league or what somebody else is on who we compete against. We are competing basically against ourselves. We are doing things to show that if we are who we can be, and our standard doesn't change. It's who we are from the core values from our student athletes and the way they represent themselves, the way they compete, the way they come out every day. It's unmatched. Nobody can match it. We can do it, and we can do it at a high level. And our student athletes believe that. And so it's not just making a statement; it's living it every day. And that's important for us. I said it years ago, and I say it every day. I want our student athletes to understand the responsibility they hold, but also the accountability that comes with it, and having that unmatched excellence, that standard of excellence, is important, and it's what guides us.
So, Eddie, with the new implementation of the Unmatched Excellent, the Lobo Standard Strategic Plan, what is Lobo fan going to notice first? What is Lobo fan going to notice when they're in attendance at a facility or when they're absorbing their Lobo media in the many different ways that they do it?
I think, again, that's a great question. And that's the thought process with many is what am I going to see different?
Yeah.
And it's not so much what you're going to see different, but how you're going to understand how we make our decisions and how we go about it and what's the driving factor behind us. So when we go about putting an event together, we're not going to be perfect. There's nothing in here that's saying that we're perfect, but we're going to strive every day to be the best we can be. And that's in putting together an event, coming into the pit, coming into a tennis match, a golf tournament. It's us managing our financial, our finances, our fundraising. So what our fans will see is that we're going to do everything to the best of our ability. We're going to strive every day to be the best, and what it comes with is hopefully they're proud and understand that we're doing it with the respect, with integrity, with accountability, because that's who we are, and that's who we hope they feel proud about, that's representing this wonderful state.
Eddie Nunez, thank you so much, brother, for taking the time with us. You're on with the opening drive tomorrow, is that right?
I am, and maybe next time, again, this is very passionate for me to speak about this, but maybe next time we'll have some little more fun talking about some more jovial things.
We did put a certain levity on it because I don't know if this is going to translate to the listener, but I was in an athletic department for a lot of years, and I understand you have to have everyone on the same page. And this is so very important. And I'm going to assume you're going to have a master plan soon for facilities. And I'm going to assume you're moving in that direction as well. But as long as everyone knows the mission statement, that's when progress is made. And I think that's why maybe we removed the punchlines a little bit.
No, you're good, man. Honestly, I didn't want a document just to sit on the shelf. This is about who we are every day and what we live and breathe. So more than anything, it's a reminder to everybody that's here. This is who we are. This is what we're about. And that's how we're going to conduct business. But I definitely just don't want to build plans just to say I built it. We did it together with a community and with everybody in this department to make sure that everybody was vested in this decision.
Eddie Nunez, thank you so much.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Thanks, Eddie.
It's a good dude. I'm in on it. I'm in on the idea. Like, and if you read through this thing, which I mean, it's available on the UNM Athletics, golobos.com. You read through this bad boy, and it says our teams are going to do well. After that, it says our athletes are going to do well. After it says our growth is going to do well. And I'm into those three things. I mean, I like that from a fan perspective of sports.
Sure.
I specifically like the idea of student athletes doing what's best for them, if that's here at the University of New Mexico, if that's the transfer portal or whatever. There's so many stresses that portal, though, that I don't think kids like. Kids is a bad verbiage. That young adults think about, like, you have to start over academically. You know, you have to have 120 credit hours. That's how it works. You can get 60 of them from a junior college if you're going to go that route. Cool. But then you still have to get 60 more from an accredited college. All one college. You can't go to State and El Paso and UNM and whoever else is near us 4 different semesters in a row. It doesn't work like that. Like you end up really wasting your time.
And I think an important part of unmatched excellence that maybe our friend of the show, maybe Lobo fan, doesn't realize is these young student athletes are more than just athletes. They're going to be members of our community. They're going to work for you and work with you and alongside you. They're going to be your neighbors. We're not just training athletes. We're training members of the Albuquerque, New Mexico community.
Hundreds of student athletes. Yes, Christian Ponder is 45,000 a minute or whatever. But I mean, the truth of it is, you know, these student athletes, they need to be set up to succeed, and they need to understand the obstacles that are there. And let's say you go to Big 5 conference team, right? And you're not getting the playing time you want in any sport. Pick a sport, I don't care. And then you can go to, you know, one of the other 5 conference teams or whatever, and you can maybe play a little bit more. Well, academically, you set yourself back a lot of years.
Sure.
Like, and does that maybe raise the competition level of one of those other 5 conferences? Maybe, you know, maybe it does. I can't say for a fact that it does. Do those schools then happen to pull from like a JUCO level and do some other things? Me and Josh Sushan are doing that JUCO football game in Nimi this weekend, and one of those things is like, hey, heads up, there's going to be a lot of scouts here. You know, that's what this quarterback for Nimi is very good. He will play D1 next year, like that. And you go, he might not have had this opportunity. Now an NIL deal or whatever deal.
Right.
That NIL stuff's crazy,
and it's changing every week.
Every week,
yeah. It'll be evolving throughout this whole process.
You need less money or you need less recruiting and like more money management.
Sure.
Yeah, you need the idea that like you sit down with a kid and you say, hey, according to the people who rank it, you know, and you can throw out examples that don't apply. Brock Purdy, whatever, Denver got scouted, blah, blah, blah. But you say, hey, you are, and I put them in tiers, right? If I'm a recruiter, I'd put them in tiers. I wouldn't say you're the best quarterback in the country, but what I'd say is you're in the top tier quarterbacks. And we believe that top tier quarterbacks are going to receive this value from Big 5, and you're not going to get to start. You're not going to do these things, or you're going to receive this value from other 5, and you're going to get a lot of playing time to do a thing. Do you want to fall into this value tier? Because we'll find the money. We got you. You know, and that's the end of it. Like, does that person work for the university? I doubt it. You know, it's an NIL thing, but I think that's the future of it, and that's how it works. I think.
Yeah, I'm completely on board. Like, again, why not us? Why not UNM? Why can't we use this experience with NIL and the future of college athletics to keep building?
Oh man, whoever figures it out first is going to have the advantage over everyone.
Sure.
That, and put as much effort as you can put into figuring it out. Everyone, UNM, New Mexico State, whoever, just
anyone not Deion Sanders. Who's next?
Good answer.
Yeah.
Whenever we come back, we're going to continue the reaction of Monday Night Football last night, as we didn't super jump into it in the opener. It was a bad game. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by.
You have like 4 minutes.
Cool.
To a hiring spree with Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Traffic right now. Things certainly getting a lot busier here in the metro. Westbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange, you're going to see slowdowns. Those are going to go all the way down past Coors, almost all the way to Unser. So watch yourself going through there. Southbound on I-25, Paseo to Comanche, traffic's moving slow there. Also dealing with slowdowns northbound on I-25. Those are going to start around Gibson. They'll last until Central. Westbound on Paseo at the moment. Jefferson to Coors, traffic's moving slow in that area. Also dealing with some slowdowns both directions of Alameda right around 4th Street.
This message brought to you by the Bernalillo County Clerk's Office.
For this November's election, you have a lot of choices when it comes to casting your vote.
This is your Bernalillo County Clerk, Linda Stover. Of all the choices you have in this election, the most important choice is to vote on or before November 7th.
Learn more at berncoclerk.gov.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline, 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This New Mexican is headed to London.
The winner of the London Flyaway. I didn't think you would. Oh, I'm so happy. What are you trying to say?
Special thanks to Fiesta Subaru on Loomis or at FiestaSubaru.com.
Well, actually, my wife was the lecture. I always bring whenever I go for competition. So. But yeah, we were thinking, let's wear the lecture tonight.
Thanks to all of you who participated on your station for local winners. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Steve, can you hear me? Steve, can you hear me? He can't hear me, man. Man, he says he can't hear me.
By choice.
No, I can't. No, I can't hear. All I can hear is what's.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V.
I can hear you.
W, X, Y, and Z.
I can hear you.
Van's playing dumb with the headphones. Hold on.
Also, Lenny's on the phone.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Sure.
I can hear.
Doing well?
Yeah.
How's Lenny doing?
He's doing all right.
He's like nice.
Lenny's on the phone.
He's looking for a young lady.
Something awful about the Lobos right
Are
after.
is he going to meet one at your wedding?
What?
Is
He's
it-
not coming to my wedding.
Me and Van aren't coming either because you didn't invite us.
No, I don't have room for you guys. I don't have room for anybody.
I'll see you there.
I really don't, though.
Are you going to send me a design for your shirt?
For my Brentwood Batty shirt?
Yeah.
What?
Any of the shirts you said you needed.
With an auto warranty about to expire, or
Steve just dropped an FU on
Due to a
Amory.
decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public. To
Who is she
save over
talking to
out-of-pocket
right now? What do you?
I got a big family, too, y'all. I couldn't even invite my friends.
Where
Where
are
is
your
it?
friends? Like you have zero friends. It's like me and Van.
No, you don't know anything about me. I have a lot of people coming in from New York
Where's the wedding?
and Australia.
Low.
At 377.
Oh, we can go there.
Also receive free road
It's open to the
Like
public.
right down the street from my house. Is it Saturday?
at no additional
Maybe.
I had to be in Roswell during the day, but I could go at night.
Oh, it's this Saturday?
989-8906.
We could all wear these Eclipse glasses I got.
Again, 800-98.
I can barely hear you.
Why won't
Now I
Van turn
can
you
hear
up? I don't understand what Van's problem is.
Have you had your hearing tested? Yeah, the top one.
You all sound good.
No, this is local headphones because Van is over here switching dials.
Turned everything else up though
with my
too.
local.
Has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief
Can't
Helpers
separate
right
them
now,
out.
800
What's your favorite local?
760-0558.
Local H?
Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection. of
Jared, you hear my local H joke?
I didn't know what to do.
I'm taking this segment off if Lenny's here.
$3,500. I owed $87,000.
Van, I saw a thing that said your Ford Lightning truck is the second you buy it, it appreciates 10%.
More than that.
You should sell it.
I could sell it for 10 grand more immediately.
I'm saying that's what you should
And
do.
just order another one and wait another year. I could. It'll pay for half of the rehab on my house.
I would do that so fast.
But I kind of want one. Like I want to own it and drive it.
So
it's kind of like my favorite truck of all time.
Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna feel like a little kid driving my truck.
You still get to get the truck, but you also get $10,000.
But I got to wait another year to get another truck.
Yeah, you get to wait 1 year.
I'd rather not.
But you would have $10,000 more dollars.
Yeah. I have $10,000. It's not that great.
Smooth wine.
That's what it's all about. It's not that cool.
I'm throwing you guys a curveball. Ready?
Like $1 million is better.
We can't hear it because of whatever you're doing. Oh, there it is.
Can't hear it?
95.
Now we can.
AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Your mic is hot.
Did you write that, Steve?
Did Brandon Ortega write that?
Did Brandon Ortega make that?
That goes back, way back.
What is that from?
That was the jingle for the Dukes.
Well, I recognize that, but from when?
Did it?
80s.
The 80s?
Yeah.
You're not familiar with Leonard Cohen?
90s. Yeah.
That's Leonard Cohen?
Yes.
What?
Famed singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Multiple Grammy Award. Leonard Cohen wrote
Linda
that.
Cohen's dad?
Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Oh, we're doing back-to-back songs? We're doing this?
This song is from the Cohen brothers.
Nice.
I got you. Hey, Marie, is it true that the friend of the show hotline, the Sports Animal hotline, 505-246, has a caller on it?
Yes.
Is it true that it's friend of the show, Lenny?
Yes.
Well.
Welcome to the program, friend of the show, Lenny.
Okay, so before we talk about since I could only call in once this week.
What? Why?
I bet. Oh, I thought that's the rule. You can only call in.
No, we just can't take calls
Not on short
Mondays.
days. Not on short days.
We
got a full program today.
On short days, I understand when you have 19 people in the studio yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's
like
accurate.
that. It's a little Brady Bunch.
You know, I'm the King family. If you could, that's how much I'm dating myself. But
it's a good date.
Let's just go really quick at the Lobos. I want to see all the players do good in school. Because if they don't, they're only defeating the purpose of a scholarship.
Yep.
So I'm never going to make fun of the student athlete from that part. But as a football team, I'm going to bet against them every game until I'm proven otherwise.
Didn't they beat the spread last week?
To do?
I have a core value. Yeah, I can. I have a core value where I can't root against a student athlete on any degree. Like, I don't put money on college football. Yeah.
Where we can root against our own team and then throw them under the bus 2 games later if they stink. That's New York mentality.
Yeah, I get it. I do get it. It's in my core where I only want every kid to succeed.
And you got to remember one thing, in New York, we didn't have a college football team to root for. So I ended up rooting for Notre Dame.
I mean, Rutgers.
Rutgers exists.
St. John's a good pick.
What about Syracuse?
So
that doesn't count. They only had 1 year.
St. John's was the team back then in the 70s and 80s. Kelly Chapuka, Chris Mellon, all those guys. Mark Jackson.
I am for real.
But let's get into last night's game.
Yep.
And I'll leave the Lobos alone to the end of the week. Someone needs to tell Jordan Love he's not Superman and he doesn't need to try to throw the ball 95 yards to accomplish a play. Because he has a rocket for an arm, but he's not using his football IQ. Part of this, I can blame on Aaron Rodgers. Now, let me say this. He sat on the bench for 3 years. Aaron Rodgers did nothing with him for those 3 years. He really didn't mentor him. He didn't do anything. And this is showing the effects of just sitting there being stagnant for those 3 years.
I mean, in Jordan Love's defense, a couple of those bombs were completed, but they just so happened to be wearing silver and black.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Kristen watching.
On one series, he went like 2 of 6 on throws over a certain amount of yards, but the other 4 was in completions, 2 interceptions, like you said. And then, of course, nobody wanted to block Crosby. It's like you guys, like.
Yeah, the most ridiculous face mask in the history of sports.
You were
equipment.
so mad about that mask
He
last
looked
night.
so dumb. Fair. Yeah.
Oh, I do miss her already. It is better when she's. I hate hockey players so much.
Some of them seem all right.
They're just so weird.
Somebody told me hockey started again. Is that true?
They get in. Already?
He won.
What happened last night? But neither of those teams were trying to win. At the end of the game, the Raiders are kicking field goals for no reason. And you're like, what are you doing? It's 4th and 2. Like, just like seal the deal on this thing, you losers. Probably. I think you're
visiting teams show up in droves in Vegas.
That's the one you're always going to have. Lenny Lenny, we're at the break. We got to disappear from you. But the takeaway is this. Always root for a student athlete. That's the bottom line. Like,
here, where you live?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You want your student athletes to do well. And also, like, the jump from high school to Division I athlete is the biggest jump ever. It's not going to be made perfect by everyone. Period. And some of the guys that come here and we get really excited about and they do really well, you know what they do? They go in the transfer portal and they go somewhere else to play. And I'm not even going to root against them then. You know, if they think that's what's best for them, I'm still rooting for them as people. Because you never know down the road. You never know. And the last thing you want to happen is for there to be an opportunity professionally or personally or whatever for an individual to come back to your community and be a contributor, but they choose not to. And that's not because they're mad that they left. It's because they're upset that you're mad. Like, figure it out.
Alex Bregman is literally up to bat right now, playing in the playoffs for the World Series champion Houston Astros.
They suck.
He left and went to LSU. A guy you see around town all the time, AJ Bramlett, went to Arizona. Won a ship. A lot of success coming from here, going other places. I think Eddie's going to set up the bones to start keeping all these guys.
That'd be sweet. Go regional, then go national, then go world. Recruit that way. If you recruit those that way, I'm a fan of the way you recruit.
Sure.
We'll step away when we come back. We'll wrap up the first hour, continuing our Jordan Love Sucks talk. Also, Monday Night Football recap. We're live at the Albuquerque Duke store. Come hang out with you boys. And by hang out, I mean buy something off the shelf, all right? We've got a bunch of things here. What do you got? New ringer tees? That's what you said?
Those are sweet.
Human on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Yep.
How proud of Lenny of himself is he when he gets off the phone? stuck it to the logos at the end.
Have you ever met him in person?
Yeah.
I've never met him. Says he's going to come to stuff, and that's always a lie.
Does he live in town?
Mm-hmm. He owns a something. Maybe like a collectibles store.
Did you hear all those New England fans ripping? They were big. I don't know if you was listening to. They just did a string of them, and they were like, "This guy has never been a good coach. But he can." I mean, it was just like another guy listing out all the players. He's a bum, and he's a bum, and he's a bum. It's like they were brutal.
It wasn't the fucking Brady.
Yeah.
Belichick would be homeless.
There's nobody. But it's like the fans are just brutal.
The only bad fans I see here are Cowboys fans.
Are you familiar with the Raiders?
Yeah, Raiders fans too.
Raiders fans here, or just in general?
Here.
I mean, it's not a big problem. It's like hardcore football fan in general.
A hardcore football fan is the
Every
worst.
team has a handful of these days.
No, they don't. You do the Panthers?
Yeah.
No.
Carolina?
You're gonna tell me you've met a hardcore Panthers
Well,
fan?
not here.
No.
Yeah, I mean every fan base everywhere.
There are teams. I've never met a fanatical.
There's one out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was gonna say Saints.
The Aints. They used to wear the bags over.
I don't think that's real.
Well,
Cardinals. The Cardinals don't. No one cares about the Cardinals.
Arizona?
there's some. I was just there.
I literally saw a fight outside of Cardinal Stadium after the Cowboys game that I went to.
Was it football related?
I mean, it was drunk idiot football fan related.
That's what happens at all the stadiums.
He got tased and pissed himself.
I've never been tased. Jared, what did it feel like when you got tased? Situational awareness?
Tased a lot of experience.
You got stabbed?
What was his name?
Like in your body? From a guy you knew or like a stranger? A lady that you knew stabbed you.
I'd rather stab than shot.
Where did she stab you? In your hand? You were trying to stop her?
The fence wounds.
No, I was trying to get away from her. She stabbed me in the foot.
In the foot? Did you go to the doctor? God, yeah, I could not deal with that. I could not deal with that at all.
See that guy at San Mateo and Central on the video? It was on one of those ABQ sites or whatever. They beat the shit out of a guy right in the middle of the intersection. It looked like the guy was stabbed. People were just standing around, boarding it, waiting to go to the other side where the guy was down.
No, I did not see that.
On one of those IG sites or news sites.
We were at Safe House the other day, and the Safe House bartender was telling us about the homeless mafia. Which
hierarchy.
I did not know there was a homeless mafia. He was saying oh, you know about this, Amory? Why are you letting me sit here in ignorance?
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, do that during the show.
Yeah, do that during the segment. I've never been.
You told Lenny you can only call once a week. That's so funny. Well, we don't have that problem.
Morning show.
No, it's not.
No, it's not a good
That's
problem.
all. Derails the program.
I want to talk to anyone every day. Isn't it crazy that there's only like 5 good quarterbacks? That's like super weird, right?
And they're getting less and less all the time.
Well, except for Brock Purdy. He's now one of them. So he's officially there.
Brock Purdy is at the top of the second tier.
No, he's in the first tier.
Nice.
I'm telling you, I watched it. I saw it with my own eyes. And I'm almost willing to take the guy from Cincinnati out of the top tier.
Well, he's just injured.
He is
still
injured.
Super good. He represented last week.
Jordan Love, at the beginning of the year, I thought, okay, this guy's trying to get into – he's trying to tier jump.
He was your favorite player.
He was my favorite player.
Yeah, you bought a jersey.
I'm going to tell you this. They put it on back order because so many people were excited, and then I canceled it.
That bandwagon.
I canceled it before, so I got a refund on my PayPal.
I was temporarily on that bandwagon. That was hard to watch.
Jordan Love is not the guy.
I was a Packers fan in a Packers bar, surrounded by lovely, passionate Packers fans.
Are you talking about Howie Sports
I
Page?
had to watch that stink show. It hurt me deep to my core to have to watch somebody play that bad. Who was recently playing fantastic.
Christian Watson didn't even try.
I think he tried really hard, but the problem is the balls that Jordan Love threw him were nowhere close.
How do you, if you're running a team, guys, Steve Palmisano joining us again, how do you, if you're running a team, not tell your team that Aaron Jones isn't playing until 5 minutes before the game?
Because they couldn't send a text to their players because their fingers were crossed so hard.
Hoping that he would play.
Yes. Look, it's not like Christian Watson can friggin' Super Mario Brothers double jump and just grab something from midair. The balls were nowhere close to him all game. It was sad. To the Raiders of all teams. Just a giant dumpster fire.
Jared Goff is the best quarterback in that division, and that makes that a terrible division.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
And Justin Fields has had 2 good games in a row, and people are like, he's back. He's not. For Chicago. For Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Steve.
Those 2 games.
Yes.
For Chicago.
Yes, Steve. You got one bet right all season long.
So Steve didn't even turn in his bet slip. He just framed it on his wall.
Now, Steve, I don't. Brock Purdy. Yeah, maybe.
Who is very good.
Yeah. Sure. It's 2 as the guy. Yeah. No. No. Take him out, but put Brock Purdy in. Yeah.
That's about right for me. Yeah.
I think. Also, no.
Yeah, that ranking is done by the Fort Worth Telegram.
Yeah. The media is kind of wild in that way because they're all, and by the way, cowardly is the media, like
soft.
Super soft.
Super soft.
Like the media is like, the reason we love Tom Brady is because we haven't had to work for the last 20 years.
To put a bow on that Packers Raiders game, good for Devontae. I love. He hasn't sucked the last 2 weeks. They just keep losing.
Trevor Lawrence beat the number 1 quarterback and didn't even get like a bump. Dang. Van catches us up on the Major League Baseball playoffs whenever we get back. It's what? What?
So she's sitting there watching her Twins lose to my Astros. That's why she's booing.
We're live at the Duke store. Come buy something. 10% off. You do have some cool stuff going right now. A bunch of those Mike Piazza jerseys are still here.
Hey, it's hoodie season, baby.
I gotta leave with a hoodie. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah. Do you have more of those Dukes United mashup hoodies?
Yes.
With the left chest?
Right there. Looking good.
All right, that's what I'm trying to get because they got that big United game this weekend.
That's right. Right.
Got to win in to get in.
Win to get in.
And then I think they have to get help on the other end.
Correct.
Yeah, we got to figure it all out, actually. Better make the playoffs. That's how I'm saying it. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Colt.
You do a whole balloon fiesta sitting there.
I love the balloon fiesta.
Tourists.
I love tourists.
I love tourists.
I love them.
I'm bummed that like I have a girl that I like, and I can't just like have sex with her.
We could.
Could, yeah, but me of high moral fight. I'm trying it out.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah.
Being nice and considerate of other people, but
I don't know what my favorite fiber is.
Fiber?
Optics, I guess.
Optics are good. It's frosted mini wheats. Jordan Alvarez hit another home run.
Just now.
That's 4 home runs and 2 doubles in 3 games. He is a monster. He's just going to get walked. He's going to get the Barry Bonds treatment. You get a lot of out of towners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all tourists today.
When I was driving down Nob Hill to get here, there were not a lot of New Mexico license plates.
This lady from Texas almost sideswiped me. Leaving the MVD. I almost got into a wreck. Leaving the MVD.
Did you get a new license? Is it sweet? What's it look like? You get a good picture?
Ish. Yeah, it looks a lot like my face. There's a picture of me, so pretty good likeness.
Is that how you did your hair?
I mean, I was wearing the same face and hair and clothes in the picture.
And you knew today was picture day, and that's what that's how
Yeah,
you
I just don't care. Yeah, at all about that stuff. You want to suit up at the MVD Express? We'll wear a pinstripe zoot suit.
Learning about that truck parade until it rolls up, just rips it off.
Second, as of now, Jordan Alvarez is the second highest OPS in postseason history.
Will you pull up all the game stuff so you know what's going on, so I can ask you a question?
Sure. I just know it all from watching it.
I left, man.
I enjoy October baseball. Like I'm a sports fan in October, in the first week of November.
I'm a sports fan. Sort of.
They promoted a charity silver scrimmage this weekend, and now they just canceled it because they have bumps and bruises.
Cherries over what? What sport?
Basketball.
Well, probably because those kids don't get their NIL money yet. They were like, we're on strike.
Until that check clears. So good.
I don't want to see that. That's a person dying.
I don't think they killed him.
Is that why they shut down that Walgreens over there?
Yeah. Not very talkative.
You're not? You were straight roasting me when I walked in. You were roasting me in my car in the parking lot.
I get all excited to see you.
We're catching you up on the Major League Baseball playoffs. Van Lully's going to walk us through it. All right, Van, I guess you want to start with the Yankees? How are they doing in their series?
Not great. Not great. They didn't even show up. The nerve. They didn't even come to October.
Red Sox are in the mix, though?
Same boat.
Giants are looking pretty strong, though, here postseason play.
There's a chance.
Yeah?
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
next year.
Cubs are gonna. They got a big chance.
Well, they're getting very Cubby.
Yeah.
This year. A lot
Okay.
of Cub-like action. They're back to the old Cubs.
How are the Cardinals doing? As long as their pitching's lined up right in the postseason, the Cardinals should be fine.
Have you heard of the Kansas City Royals or Oakland Athletics?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Those are the only two teams that are worse than your St. Louis Cardinals. And they were historically bad.
That sucks. That sucks bad.
They're very bad. So we could just end the postseason right now because no one has the stones to pitch to Yordan Alvarez, who after 3 games has 4 homers and 2 doubles. His 3-game onslaught has moved him into second place all time in postseason OPS. And Steve, that's on base plus slugging.
No one cares what that is.
Not to be confused with ex-Woba.
Guys on fire.
Houston Astros, top of the 9th, are up 9-1. They can't even get these guys.
Wasn't there a toot blob last night? Is that what it's called?
Toot bland.
Didn't that happen last night?
Yeah, to end the Braves-Phillies game.
Are you familiar with toot blands? Yeah, are you familiar with the toot blander? So it's thrown out on the base pass.
Like an
nincompoop.
Toot bland.
And it happened to the one guy in Major League Baseball that never makes mistakes.
Sure.
If you were to tell me there was like a perfect guy, that perfect guy is Bryce Harper in sports.
I was going to say Yordan Alvarez.
No.
Okay, very close.
Bryce Harper never screws up.
He screwed up big time.
He screwed up so bad.
Cost his team the game in a very dominant 2-0 lead.
To end the game.
I think he was going off the signs from third base.
Well, he didn't listen to third base the other day when he was rounding it to go up 4-2 against.
He had to go. He was trying to score.
He was trying to score from first.
Because he's a hero.
Yeah, he wanted to be the hero. And he committed a idiotic toot bland.
A what?
Toot bland.
Toot bland.
Toot bland.
So weird.
It's bad when they missed the cutoff ball.
Was that an 8-5-3 double play?
I think that would have been
because he came over from third because they missed the cutoff.
9-5-6-3. 9-5-4-3 double play.
I didn't know it touched the other guy up the middle. Yeah. But yeah, that's so many gloves to touch and still get thrown out at first.
So what was better, catching at the wall or
what was forgive me because I don't have the highlight in front of me. What was old boy's name in center field? Do you remember?
It would have been the right fielder. Inciarte?
Okay, my bad. I thought it was center field. So, but anyways, when he comes down, that's Major League Baseball. The smile on this dude's face when he brings that ball in, and I wish I had his name in front of me, but he turns and fires like back, and you're just throwing it towards second base. That's split the runners, all that kind of yeah. And then to come across heads up play, obviously Bryce Harper, who you guys described it perfectly, you think he's going to try to make left turns and do that thing where he throws his helmet off and his hair is perfect. He's a perfect baseball player in every single way. Has been from the day he was drafted. He's the absolute truth at every level.
Yeah, last year's NLCS MVP, World Series runner-up.
Stud.
And you had a chance to go up 2-rip on the Atlanta Braves, who were far and away the best team in baseball this year.
Mm-hmm.
You pulled one over on Spencer Strider, who's probably going to win the National League Cy Young Award. He only gave up 2 runs, 37 strikeouts, something insane. And you were able to beat him. You're up big in game 2 in Atlanta with a chance to go back with an overwhelming lead, take it back to your home city, and you blow it in the last
Super
3
blew
innings.
it. Super blew it. But you do get one on the road, right? And that's like the thing, right? You got to get the one.
Still home field advantage.
So it super sucks that you lost on the most exciting way that you could lose a game, arguably, whatever. But you got the one. Like
Yeah, you have home field advantage, but you gave away all the momentum to the best team in baseball.
And the best team in baseball can hit really good pitching, and the obviously the Phillies haven't coming up in this homestand.
Sure.
And it's interesting as we swing over to the other one, which is Arizona and LA. Arizona up 2 right now, which is incredible. Taking 2 on the road, by the way. But they're going to put Lance Lynn out there tomorrow.
Sure.
And he's been losing to the Dodgers for 15 years. So he could go ahead and continue that. That wouldn't be that surprising. But it looks like LA is going to catch a 3-game sweep here when you got to lose 4. And it's what's LA doing? LA is supposed to be the team that plays against the Braves to make this season like poetry, and they're going to end up screwing the whole thing up before we even get there. Like, why couldn't we just get I guess it would have had to play out this way, because the other example I was going to give is because the Braves would have had to been, they're already number 1. So this is the only outcome it could possibly be.
Yeah, you're just seeing modern Dodgers baseball right now. Like, this is what they do. They win 100 games in the regular season. Then Clayton Kershaw is the friggin' Aaron Rodgers of baseball. He's the best player on the planet in the regular season and chokes it away in the playoffs. Mookie Betts, perennial MVP candidate, he's over.
Right.
He's over the series so far. But I'm glad that America, whether you're like a real baseball fan or a passive baseball fan, you're just tuning in because it's the Dodgers.
Right.
But you're getting to see this young, upstart Arizona Diamondbacks team, because I didn't see this coming at all.
No.
And I didn't realize how big of a dude Corbin Carroll was.
He's unreal. And he
is a 5-tool elite superstar. It's his rookie year, and he's going to get MVP votes.
Like, he's drawing intentional walks.
Yeah.
Intentional walks in the playoffs? And the kid on the mound, what's the kid on the mound last night? It looks like the kid we all beat up in grade school.
For sure, yeah. It looks like an athlete, not an athlete.
And you're like,
Zach Gallen.
Zach Gallen? Like, you know what I want to do if I know Zach Gallen growing up? I want to steal his girlfriend. Like, that's Zach Gallen. You put him out there on the mound, and when he's, throwing BBs, again, you're like, no one's going to catch up to these BBs? Like, these BBs are too fast? And they're trying to ruin the whole thing. And for real, even though Philly, kind of choked that one away, they're trying to ruin the whole thing too. Like, we're not going to get Atlanta, and we're not going to get LA. And if we go to the other side, we're not going to get Baltimore. No, Texas is up 2-rip right now. They're not slowing down as they go home. Also, and I know Houston's up bigger right now, 2-1.
Not only is Texas up 2-0, both those wins were in Baltimore.
Yeah.
They got 2 shots to win it in their home stadium.
They will sweep.
Which I'm glad the Rangers are back. It makes the Astros rivalry a lot more fun. But obviously the Rangers want to be the Astros because they built that new fancy stadium. They want to be the Astros so bad. They made it look like a trash can.
If the 6-seeded Diamondbacks make it to the NLCS and the 5th-seeded Texas Rangers make it to the ALCS, I would venture a guess that no one had that. I would venture that guess so very strongly because I think everyone who, you and I as an example, everyone who was a fan of baseball said from the beginning, well, the National League is going to be Atlanta and the Dodgers, and it's not going to be close.
Right.
And the American League is going to be Baltimore and the Astros, and it's not going to be close. And it was everyone else was just to get through the first 2 weeks of October. And oh boy, do I feel like I'm standing here very incorrect.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't see the Rangers resurgence. I mean, they spent a lot of money on Corey Seager and Marcus Semien. They got an elite double play combo, but like they're young, up and coming guys are the difference for the Rangers.
Very much the difference.
And you're seeing the same thing in Arizona. This is the beauty of October baseball. Literally anything can happen. You sneak your way in. You're the Arizona Diamondbacks, who at the beginning of the year, I didn't give them a shot to make a play.
I didn't give them a shot in their own division.
Correct. And here they are now. putting it on LA.
So the Astros are playing right now. What's the score update on that?
9-1.
Okay, so they're looking big. A. Marie's Twins are similar to the Vikings.
How's their T-Wolves?
How are the Gophers?
I always do.
The NHL starts, I heard, this week.
Somebody told me that.
We'll have to confirm
I
that.
heard somebody talking about that.
You know that for a fact? Oh, do you have an NHL draft today? Is that why you know that? Little inside radio. A. Marie yesterday says, listen, guys, I know it's Monday Night Football. I'm drafting my NBA team. We go, what?
Houston Astros have 6 more runs than the Twins have hits today.
So sweet.
That's rough. That's what I love so much about October baseball. To me, there's the most parity in Major League Baseball than there is in any sport. You get into the playoffs, you get hot at the right time, you play as a team, you got that fire in the locker room, you got that fire in the dugout.
Does Texas play Baltimore tonight?
Right after this year.
It's very good right now.
The Battle of Texas, the ALCS, is very likely, barring a Minnesota miracle, going to be Texas versus Houston. That's awesome. The Phillies and the Braves are going up against each other. They might be the 2 best teams in baseball.
We could be in a situation where we could go to ALCS and NLCS driving distance both ways.
Southwest is well represented.
That's awesome. Obviously, we would fly because I can't deal with that much time in the car with you. But, hey, watch this. Hey, Marie, you want to go to ALCS or NLCS games? 2 men on, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal. 8:03 Eastern start.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's in Texas.
6 o'clock.
So, yeah, okay, that's fine.
What's wrong, guys? Nice to meet you. Oh, all right. Yes. For sure. It's low hanging fruit. What did you think? First time? Yeah. Well, how'd you get caught in already? So these courses will start. You got to register. When you fill out your paperwork before your signature, is that how that works? Oh, that's awesome. Inside the accent. You squeeze it out of you. It took me about a decade to do a Houston accent. So, also, right. Yeah.
Got him. I forgot about my betting slip.
These are the odds as of today.
Back live on the program. Enjoying our time at the Albuquerque Duke store. Big thank you to everyone who makes this program go around, including the YMCA of Central New Mexico. They're the absolute best of best. If you're in town for the Balloon Fiesta and you're a member of a Y anywhere else in the nation, go down to our Y. They'll just let you in.
We have the best one.
We have the best one. It's not even close. It's like people have been sleeping on the Y. Like, don't sleep on the Y.
I gotta admit, historically, I was one of those people. And I never knew how amazing it was until I actually went there and got my own eyes on it and got to meet the people who were involved with the Y.
Until you met me, you were kind of an idiot.
When was I not? Including currently right now.
I mean, like, professionally, like, you needed me. Physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm actually, I low-key, I've saved you. You're a better person because I am in your life.
Well, let's unpack this.
Okay.
I was running a very successful business and making great money.
No. That's called
of friends and family.
All right.
That was very
Can I rebut to this, please?
And then I quit my successful career to take on this stupid enterprise with you. And look at us now.
Successful career. Amory was just binge drinking. He just would for hours every day. He would drink and send me memes. And I said that's not a healthy way to do the things.
I mean, what's changed? I still drink and send me memes. That still happens all the time.
It's a big change to the program. And laugh a lot. We laugh a lot while we do it. So big thank you to Dave for being a part of that. Also, big thank you to the newest partner of the program, Sadie's. Let's go. We'll be at Sadie's this upcoming Thursday night as we're watching Thursday Night Football. Bring the fam out. Get some fellowship, please. We will enjoy it with you. I will eat green chili in front of you. That's my thing. That's the thing I'm doing. At least the Chiefs will be on.
What's the spread? 52? Okay. If you want to bet on the Chiefs, buy the spread all the way up from 10.5 to 49.5.
Hey, Marie, can I take my winnings from my Cowboys 49er prediction and then let it ride onto how bad the Chiefs are going to annihilate the Broncos? I'm going to... Ooh, that's super smart. You're so very smart. That's a thing. But I will do that, and I'll make money.
So, friends of the show, what you should bet on?
I'll take the under.
Is you should come to Sadie's in person on Thursday.
Do that.
Sadie's on 4th Street.
The one on 4th Street.
Watch Thursday Night Football
with us.
And what you should gamble on is if Fred eats green chili and cries, or sweats,
I'll sweat,
or sweat cries. Even money on all.
What happens is my nose runs. I get like runny nose. I get like and you guys know what?
Yeah, it's chock full of vitamin C.
Yes, I'm familiar with vitamins. I drink milk. Also, what is the problem with milk?
Milk's disgusting.
Milk is
The taste of it is the best.
We're the only species on the planet that drinks someone else's milk. Don't you find that weird?
Is it in like a glass?
He just finished a glass of milk at the Duke's Teen Store. It was hard to watch. It was gross.
I don't really taste it. I just kind of open my gullet. It's like, have you ever seen a cow drink milk? Like with the red cap? I drink the red cap. What? What is sugar milk? Also, if that
Fred drinks 5% milk. He just adds butter to his milk.
my favorite thing about milk is the taste.
Yeah.
So I learned yesterday from Jake Cassio that you could drink a gallon of milk. What? I learned from Jake. So I needed some tips. What is a gallon thing? I don't know what that is. I asked Van and Jake off the air if they had any tips on how to drink milk very fast. I want to have a lot of skills.
Here's my advice for milk consumption.
Yes.
Don't.
Okay.
It's gross.
Have you ever flavored it with chocolate or strawberry?
Are you asking me if I'm an adult or a child?
Strawberry milk slaps.
That's the worst one.
No, it's not. It's very good. It goes in this order. Red cap milk, number 1. That's the best milk. Blue cap milk after that. Chocolate milk after that. Strawberry milk after that.
I do appreciate chocolate milk.
Yeah, same.
But frozen and whipped and turned into ice cream. Yeah, bunch of. People died from doing that.
I would not. I'm telling you, I could.
Yeah, with your size, Fred, you'd be like a gallon.
Friends of the show are sending me the betting line on the Chiefs, and I'm telling you, I'm going to let it ride, obviously. Now, would you guys remove your original $20 investment and only bet the winnings, or would you let the whole thing ride?
Just let the whole thing. Yeah. Chiefs will score 48 by themselves.
What do you mean? Why? Yes, I would. If I get the bet right, I win. Well, that part's accurate, but I would profit. Like, what am I going to do? Pick the other way? That would be a loss. I would lose. Oh gosh, I don't have time for that. Do you have to go?
They won't let you parlay prop bets. That's a bummer.
In one parlay. Yeah. Do you think that I could drink a gallon of water in 10 minutes?
No.
I don't believe you guys.
It's unhealthy. You have a seizure.
From water.
Yeah.
Regular.
Your body compensates with its electrolytes, and it takes all the electrolytes out of your brain in a seizure.
Guys, we're talking super. Guys, I'm talking about regular water. I'm not talking about like seawater. Have you guys been in my condo?
Once.
Okay.
When I moved you in.
That's correct.
Yeah. That's literally the only day.
Okay. So I have a tap in my
Anne Marie won't even go in public with us. She won't go to Howie's with us. You think she's gonna go to your condo?
I will never.
I drink a bunch of water like a weirdo.
Now that you just kind of mentioned on air, I actually don't ever have friends over, ever.
You never have. Good story.
No, never ever. And I don't want to go to your house ever. Like if you invite me to your house, I'm gonna say no.
I'm not gonna invite you to my house.
Van has invited me over historically.
For choring.
I will come over for choring.
Yeah, we'll do some choring.
Yeah, if you're like, hey, like if you're like, Fred, you're my friend, come over and watch the game, I'll say, did you mean to say at Safe House?
Yeah.
Because yes, I will do that. I will watch the game with you at Howie's or Sadie's or
Fred, I just primed my oven for some Totino's pizza rolls. You want to come over and watch some Star Wars?
Put those in a plastic bag.
No, every time.
And meet me at Safe House. What?
Thank you, Avery.
No, guys, I'm talking
Castillo.
room temperature water. Like
that very same water is what we're talking about also.
Like oh, okay. Is that like a System of a Down song?
Hey, remember that thing I just said?
Yeah.
Anne Marie's got my back. She got sources. What are your sources?
Yeah, what are your sources?
Johns Hopkins.
Is that it?
Sanjay Gupta.
If I were to record a video of 10 straight minutes of me drinking 4 glasses of water, is that a gallon?
64 ounces is a gallon. So 4 pint glass, 4 16-ounce glasses.
Okay, I could do that easily. I could do the first one in like a minute.
All right. If you
now just substitute it for milk. Oh, I could drink Fred Lights all day. I drank so many Fred Lights last night.
If you fill out a last one,
okay,
and you let me hang on to that betting slip,
the
only one you've ever won, I will support you through this journey.
I'm 100% on bets, and I'm about to bet that I can drink a gallon of milk very fast. I'm not going to throw up.
It's going to come out as cottage cheese.
Why would it do that? It's milk.
You have stomach acid.
You think they put stomach acid in cottage cheese, you idiot? They don't do that.
That was a leap, but I respect you for it.
That's not how it works. I mean,
milk curdles in your tum-tum with the stomach acid.
I worked at a creamery. I don't at all recall that recipe, what you're talking about.
You may. No, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. I feel like, not only do I feel like I could do that, I feel like I could easily do that.
Okay, so our friends at 66 Diner.
Yes.
We're going to line up 4 pints. No, he'll sign up.
I'll sign up.
Yeah, he'll sign a waiver.
Yeah, not this week though. They're super busy with all the tourists.
Yeah, I'll fill out a waiver in crayon because that's when I stopped drinking milk when I was a child. It was disgusting.
You can do it on a Magnadoodle, dude. I don't care.
Light bright?
Yeah, Etch-a-Sketch. You create whatever contract you want. If the bet is Fred, you can't do it, then you're wrong.
Nah. Yeah, you do succumb to peer pressure very easily.
There are 2 things. Here are 2 things I'm going to do before the end of the year. Number 1, drink a gallon in 10 minutes. Number 1. Number 2,
that's so much disgusting milk.
13 hours, 10 minutes, and 5 seconds is the Guinness Book of World Record for consecutive juggling of 3 items.
Right.
And
Don't be offended when I bet against you.
I can do that. I can do both of those. Those are both really reasonable.
Same day?
Because I'll be so thirsty after I get done setting the juggling record.
So what you do is You get a Camelback full of whole milk, and you drink the whole thing while you're juggling. And I keep refilling it.
No. But you only hand me the Camelback right at the 13-hour mark, because then there's 10 minutes and 5 seconds left, and that's how I finish it out.
Love this.
God, it's so smart.
All right, I'm in.
2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Ugh. We, for some reason, on our social media are following all these weird thirst trap girls.
Say what?
Like, they just pop up.
So what had happened was, I see them all the time. When I was doing the follower farming.
I'm unfollowing them.
Yeah, do that. But don't block them, let them continue to follow.
A lot of them, I think, have already unfollowed us.
That's very likely because they do the same thing.
Good afternoon, it's Fred. What? Yes. No. Wait, you didn't even do it on a dare? You just did it? Yeah. This is the exact testimonial we needed for me to say this was a bad idea. So,
Somebody tried to drink a gallon of milk? Who did that?
you're the best, brother. All right. I don't know who that was. Hey, look up this number for me. Wait. Oh, wait, I can do it. Never mind.
They weren't in your contacts?
No.
That's weird.
I mean, what can I really do about it? He goes, hey, Fred, I was just listening to you on the drive home. This is from Santa Fe. Ben Ziegler? And you know my thing, I give my phone number to everyone. He's a writer.
How does someone have your numbers? You don't know who they are.
During the break, I just had a friend of the show call, and they said, "Hey, heads up, I have super overdosed on water before. It's very real."
Yes, it's awful.
I didn't know it was I don't trust you too.
First off, smart move. Second off, I don't want to see like any serious harm befall you. Like a little bit of harm, sign me up. If I knew it was just gonna like hurt you a little bit, I'd be like, for entertainment, fall on that sword, brother. But you could like die.
Very correct. Don't like that. I'm not going to do it. I've been talked out of it by a rational friend of the show, unlike you two. I'm not going to drink a gallon of anything. I'm not going to do it. I thought I could. So now I'm solely focused on setting the Guinness World Record for consecutive juggling of 3 items at 13 hours, 10 minutes, and 5 seconds. It's not that hard.
I will go to Howie's sports page with you.
Yes, it's too dark in there.
Drink a gallon of Bud Light with you. I could do that.
I'll
support you through that.
I drank a gallon of Fred Lights last night, and I had so many beer barrels.
I mean, a gallon is 1 pitcher.
Oh, I definitely drank more than that.
Yes.
That's a gallon?
Yeah.
That can't be a gallon.
64 ounces? Isn't 64 ounces a gallon?
Hey, Marie, is a pitcher of Fred Light a gallon of Fred Light? Can you check the math on that?
Double it, 128. My bad.
So 2 pitchers of Fred Light is a gallon of Fred Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink that. I drink that for sure. There's no doubt.
Yeah, we had way more than 2 pitchers.
Okay, there you go.
Sam shared. I mean, don't think we have a problem in front of the show. We kind of do, but not like a big one. We shared, obviously, with tons of people. Friends of the show, new and old.
A lot of new friends of the show. Hey, Marie, the raffle giveaways at Howie's at halftime have become so intense.
It's a free-for-all.
We gave away some Balloon Fiesta tickets and some T-shirts and all, but like yesterday, and like people, we were booed for not calling their numbers.
That is correct.
Like,
and harshly chastised after the halftime drawing for not cheating. For a dozen people came up to us.
Here's
like, hey man, why don't you call my number?
Here's another.
I'm not going to cheat for you to win a T-shirt. You're a. Thank you, Amory.
The texter says there was a radio show that had a contest to drink a lot of water and the person died. I mean, that's.
See, luckily you have a reasonable person sitting across from you right now. Not some sycophant maniac who's going to enable you into killing yourself.
I don't want anyone to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I'm admitting that I could do it, but it wouldn't be the best decision to try. I'll admit that.
Yeah, you could do it.
I could do it.
And you could also not be alive anymore.
Correct.
That's the cost.
Rejoining us on the program, friend of the show, owner of the Albuquerque Duke store, Steve Palmisano, who was welcome back, Steve. Steve was making a big sale. You get the big sale?
Yeah. Since we are here, we'll be here till 7. We'll extend the hours. 1 hour for you, friend of the show. If you're in the car right now, double ride on back. Come to the Nodwell Shopping Center on the corner of Central and Carlisle, and come get 10% off from your boy Van. Right out of my pocket into your shopping bag.
When we get back from the break, A. Maria hits us with the NFL headlines. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Cool.
I was about to say, goes right into daddy's pocket. Mm-hmm. Old DP, right? I can't use that. I want beer.
You have beer?
I want one. I do not have one.
There's a Dr. Pepper up there.
I have a case of.
Ben, give me a Dr. Pepper. He didn't go to get it, Ben. He didn't go to get it. Hold one.
They vote on a speaker.
What? This thing is gigantic. This makes my hand look a regular size.
That's gonna give you type 4 diabetes.
Where did you get this big ass thing? I have never drank this much Dr. Pepper, I think, in the entirety of my life. I don't have any ice. Hey, Marie, can you see how big this Dr. Pepper is? Oh, she's on the phone.
It's insane that Jim Jordan has a chance to be the speaker.
You gonna drink all of it?
That's like a gallon.
It's at least a gallon. What are we talking about?
Hey, Marie's going to do headlines.
She needs some help.
I don't know who's on the phone.
Only if it's you.
You should have the pitching to sustain.
The what?
You should have the pitching to go all the way.
It's almost the same rotation as when they won it last year.
Sue Mary Lou Retton is ICU.
Friend of the show?
You know who that is?
Yeah, she. Actually, I got a weird story about. I have her phone number. Hey, Maria, who's on the phone? Who's Adolf?
He's a regular caller.
He calls us.
Yeah. He's called a couple times. You'll never guess why I remember.
Back live from the Albuquerque Duke stores. The intersection of Central and Carlisle. Come hang out with your boys. 10% off purchases. We get it. Stop calling and texting the show. Yes?
Yeah, duh. All true. Thanks, Adolf.
I could do it. I'm just trying to say, like, I shouldn't do it.
Ah, there we go. Why? Oh.
Well, you're producing. Like, what?
Nah.
Nice.
Is that a direct quote?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It's time to start all over here. We're not doing the best job on the football field. We got 53 guys here, all in one locker room, not playing together, not playing good football.
So you're talking about it like a redo?
Was like that what? Get another Tom Brady? Are you gonna clone Tom Brady? How are you gonna start over? You're a crappy general manager. Your team sucks. You got to blow the whole thing up. Mac Jones is garbage. You got to deal with the worst fan base in the history of the world. Start over somewhere else. Go to win. This is his worst year.
What is he going on about?
Are you talking about 20 years of sustained success? When did he start over?
Yep. Me too.
What about all those playoff losses? Were those not humbling enough? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Dax he needs to start.
Yeah.
No, just start practicing again this week and then move on.
Yeah, trade Dak Prescott to the Patriots so Bill Belichick can start over, and then the Dallas Cowboys can start over with Cooper Rush. Problem solved. Everyone's happy.
Just setting up the
For what? What?
Literally on this program today and yesterday.
No, you guys, you're misquoting him. The teammates said they didn't say more respect; they said more money.
Hmm. He's going to live in the RV with Garner Minshew.
They're not, guys. That's not going to happen. You can't put a fiance and a roommate in an RV with Gardner Minshew.
Did you say Beyonce?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Also, no one cares about quote unquote respect. We have this talk all the time. They only care about money.
Sure.
That's the only thing that matters.
That's what they meant. It's totally.
Yeah, respect, it means money.
Or you want to keep winning, don't pay your quarterback. Pay everyone else. When his rookie deal is up, then pay. All this proactive contract is ruining teams. Don't pay the guy before it's his time to get paid. The reason you're so good right now is because you have a quarterback that's basically free. You got the best roster in the NFL around it.
If I'm him, I'm not resigning with the 49ers, obviously, ever. And I'm going to wait until my rookie deal is up, and then I'm going to become the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys because there's no state income tax. And I will be Brock Purdy, the greatest quarterback in the history of Dallas Cowboys franchise.
It's America's team.
More headlines whenever we get back. Also, the live stream, facebook.com/TalkABQ, Sports Animal live stream chat. Please stop fighting with each other. 2 men on.
No.
If you guys don't start behaving better, I'm going to chug an entire gallon of water.
Why don't you just drink that fire hydrant? You're going to do weird stuff. There's a fire hydrant a fire extinguisher right behind you. Just take that to the dome.
I don't know what the Guinness World Record is on that. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Did you guys ever wish there was just like one night where like you didn't do any work?
What do you got going on tonight?
I got to do some wrestling stuff, like a radio show. But like what? Yeah, I pick up all the time. And I don't even mean like, and I love like the Howie stuff. Sadie's is going to be super fun, like whatever. But like, what if there was a night where we just like played cards? Like, wouldn't that be sweet? Like, why don't we like take the time? Today's like National Mental Health Day. Is it like why don't we take the time to like
That's literally our job.
Be there for each other.
You know, play some cards.
I mean, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to force it.
I'll take you to go play cards.
See, if I don't want to go to people's houses.
No, go to the casino.
No, that's different.
What do you mean, like
Empire board game thing?
I have so much fun. I love that place.
We've gone together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We took some girls one time. Steve, I wish you knew us when we were more single. We were way cooler. Now that we're super buttoned down, we just work all the time. And we used to work on everything together, but now like Van's flipping houses and I'm starting pro wrestling, and like this is like obviously the first fissure and like the fractal that become our professional relationship, and the radio show will die soon. It's a whole thing, man.
You already see it coming.
I said fissure.
Well, it's just right started a blood feud with the state athletic commission, and he cut me out so I wouldn't Tanya Harding, the president.
Why'd you do that? But he knows I have a gangster ass history. No, why did he start?
Do you want the real answer?
Yeah.
The only way I find professional success is by creating blood feuds and then embarrassing my opposition.
Have you ever contacted the Los Angeles Dodgers?
I've tried several times.
What's their problem?
Nobody ever gets back. And if I do get somebody online, yeah, Sushan.
Yeah, Sushine is like super into
I
that.
don't, I've never met.
He's so nice.
I think I met him once.
You want me to invite him over?
No.
I'll call him right now. No. He's my friend.
Is he?
My friend.
Come down right now. Are you gonna meet with Chris again?
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Tomorrow at 11. I don't think it'll go quickly or smooth. I'll have so many questions.
Probably more still.
UNM was telling me that they're not helping with football at all. It's all basketball. Ready, Van?
I don't know why that's it.
1 hour of the program left. Hey, Marie, what's your vision here? You just gonna hit the music again, or? Yeah, well, somebody might be getting in the car for the first time. It might be a hit it. What? That's a story. Ugh.
Okay. My mental health. Oh, that's scumbag stuff right there. Yeah, that's horrible.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah. I want my team that I'm a fan of to beat your team when they're at full power. I will never root for an injury. That's horrible behavior.
There's one guy I root to get injured.
Okay, Deshaun Watson is injured right now.
All right, we're doing it. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. There's exceptions.
Adam Wainwright.
Oh, bummer. How bad is it?
The short one or the long one?
Yeah. Okay, well that's positive. That's good. You just get a break, come back healthier.
I didn't agree to that.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know why you just said that.
I think that was a lot of me. Yeah.
I
didn't realize Josh Dobbs was a dude.
Pretty sure that
he could ball.
Cardinals would give the
He is significantly better than that.
What about a Chan? Is a Chan hurt or not? Ugh!
He's fast.
Hey, low key, he's the reason I haven't lost in fantasy in like 3 weeks in a row. And like, this is not good for all the stuff talking I've been doing.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right, about to come back down to earth.
Lucky for them, they're smart enough to get the best quarterback in the NFL, not named Cooper Rush. They got Garner Minshew. Lucky them. Who is also better than Dak Prescott. Okay, they just got better. Yeah, they're tanking. Yeah, they're done. When's the trade deadline? Halloween? Halloween's the trade deadline this year. Kirk Cousins is gone. Vikings should lean all the way in. They should fake a Justin Jefferson injury, make him stay out the whole year, not just 4 weeks, the whole year. Trade Kirk Cousins, and then go after the number 1 pick. And then Caleb Williams gets to throw to Justin Jefferson. That's a criminally good combo right there. Are every single one of those injuries on your fantasy teams? Is that why you're so bummed out? Yeah, but you're like an insane person. You have like 20 teams. Is there a hot?
Are you telling us it's time to start over?
You can do that every week.
Hey, what's the real reason no one's talking about Deshaun Watson shoulder? Like, what's the real reason?
Because it's not a shoulder injury. The Browns are lawyering up to get rid of him and his contract because he sucks.
I think that's what it is. Can we call him a habitual sex offender moving forward?
Yeah, every time.
Every time. Okay.
Cool name. They got Nuki Lapuki. He's fantastic.
Desmond Ridder, I think, is also the truth.
He doesn't suck. Oh, cool. Now they're going to give less targets to Kyle Pitts now. Somebody else getting in the way of Kyle Pitts being a passable tight end in the NFL. Smart move.
From the St. Louis Battlehawks?
You got to give DTR another shot. That was his first NFL game. He lit it up in preseason. He's got the skill set. I think he'd be as good or better than Deshaun Watson.
You guys know how Colin Kaepernick's going to go play in the XFL for The Rock? You guys know how that's like?
That'd be sweet.
Okay. He's better than every single quarterback on the Browns.
Also correct.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
only 5.5?
Okay, I do. So after I let it ride on Thursday, I'm going to let it ride on Sunday as well.
Double down. I like that a lot. About fans. Oh, congratulations.
It's 2023. Let's go.
Should have did it in June.
Love is love.
We can get you to the playoffs.
Was this on his radio show? Because I feel like
I did predict the Cowboys would go to the Super Bowl this year and represent the NFC and lose to the best quarterback in the history of NFL, Sunshine Trevor Lawrence. So I also think that he's good enough to get you to the Super Bowl. But here's the problem. I keep watching Cowboys games, and I persuaded myself, contrarily, that he's garbage. So I was wrong. I'm sorry, friend of the show. Dak Prescott is garbage. I'll admit.
Yeah, that's his
on his own
radio
show.
That's his show. Everything he says on that is like a lie.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a huckster.
Yeah, that's what.
He's gonna talk bad about his own team.
No, he's like a. Are you familiar with carnies? He's like a shifty carny.
Hey, look, cowboy country.
Here.
Dak Prescott, not as good as advertised.
Don't look at my left hand.
I gave him way too much money. I got a lot of regrets.
Mhm.
We got this beautiful redheaded man back here.
Step right
laying
up.
the depth chart.
Step right up.
He is fantastic. CeeDee Lamb, best wide receiver in the NFL. We got the best quarterback. We got the best linebacker, but our quarterback's garbage.
That's what he wants to say, but he can't say that because he's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Why didn't they trade for Van Jefferson?
Van Nunley, a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Steve, you're like a Cowboys fan. Is this by choice or by circumstance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example. Here's an example. I get to choose which NFL team I am a
I
fan
could
of.
have changed it anytime.
You should have by now. It's been 30 years.
But why?
The reason I just said.
Why? I mean, being pull for a team, pull for a team.
No.
I mean, that shows some character and integrity. Even though they disappoint Steve Palmisano, owner operator of the Dukes team, for every single year, game after game, year after year.
Series after series,
Sticks with them.
snap after snap.
They'll be fine.
Well, luckily, they don't have to play the 49ers again. Luckily. Like, they could continue the rest of the season, beat a bunch of teams that aren't the 49ers, and maybe somebody will beat the 49ers. And they were a lot better than the Cowboys. And if we get to the point where it's the end of the year and Dallas has a chance to do something in the playoffs, which is maybe there will be luck in the football gods to where they don't have to play the 49ers because they cannot beat them.
They need a couple of players.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is you played the 49ers. Poof, you got that out.
That part's over.
Yeah. You got to play the Eagles twice now. Yeah. So, bummer. Yeah. You're going to beat everyone else. Yeah.
Amory, we're live at the Albuquerque Duke store, and we have to go to break because on the overhead music, Steve just started playing that really crappy song from the Batman movie. Well,
it's true. It's Fred's favorite song.
It's when this song comes on, it immediately reminds me of how bad the Robert Pattinson Batman movie was.
It's the worst.
And just how unnecessary Steve it's so very loud right now. I am the emotion this song and movie wants me to be right now. They did a very good job because I hate it so much. There's something in the way. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Hey, Marie, can we come back to Nirvana's Something in the Way?
No, come back to the Duke song again.
What's that, Vin?
Come back to the Duke song again.
Boy, where are I doing my playing?
I can't get enough of that song.
You weren't listening to the show at the time when we were doing this bit, but I saw the Batman movie while in Highlands, like on a weekend broadcast thing, and I went to the movies. And I come to the show on Monday, and what were we were talking about something, and as I'm breaking down the movie, I go, the whole thing's the worst needle drop of all time. And I'm like, every scene when you want to be sad, they just play this song, and I was screaming it on air.
The movie is awful.
It's terrible. It's the worst Batman movie.
Yeah.
Who is it? Anna?
Including the friggin' Val Kilmer.
Who's
worse than that?
Robert Pattinson. The movie is, and I get that you shoot Batman in the dark and in the rain. I get all that.
Yeah. But you can't see anything.
You can't see. The whole thing is like,
It's like that one, the Game of Thrones episode. This was the best one ever.
oh,
Long Night.
the battle one. What's it called?
The Longest Night, right?
That might be what it's called. Yeah.
You just can't see anything. Yeah. The whole 3 hours.
And then, but whenever,
Can we just get back to the dragon lady? Show her.
but as soon as Robert Pattinson gets sad, something in the way. Also, this is like a B-side Nirvana banger. Like, this is off. What's the one with the baby? Nevermind. Is that the one?
Unplugged.
No. This is on Nevermind.
Is it?
Yeah. And but here's why I know it, because it's not one of the bangers.
Right.
This is like the one.
It's the only one that's not a Nirvana song.
Oh, is it a cover?
It's like a half-cocked cover. Because it's
I'm gonna have to look that up.
like a droning, creepy version of the Beatles.
Something in the way she moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just sold us someone who need sympathy.
You did?
Somebody just followed after you mentioned it, I guess.
That's awesome.
You're an amateur. Maybe coincidence.
It looks here like it's an original by Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, it's inspired by the song. It's supposed to be the droning, sad Nirvana version of the song.
This is right before you put the rifle.
Steve, I'm gonna tell you, radio advertising works. Okay.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Underneath the bridge. It's like, and Robert Pattinson's like, you're like, yeah, we get it, Robbo.
This guy is in the World Trade Center, the new thing where they have the water.
Yeah.
It's down inside.
Is that a homeless guy?
Oh, yeah, you got a new friend.
Let's go.
Hello.
I just stopped in to see if y'all interested. We're raising for a Minute Women's Home. We're selling freeze-dried Skittles for $5 to help fund it. Would you guys be interested at all?
Oh, I don't have cash.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day.
Yep.
Cheers.
Good luck. They must make a fair amount of money off that. I see them everywhere. No.
You have a way better chance if it's like a shot.
Freeze-dried Skittles.
You know where I would put that?
Yeah. What? We gonna invite your new friend in here?
They do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
one.
hate when you force your kids to be hippies.
Oh, yeah.
That's like child abuse.
Yeah.
Let them decide later.
And you
If
don't
they
know
wanna be
this?
a hippie later, cool. But don't make them.
Dude, I hate that you're saying this. You don't really know my childhood story, but that happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my parents were super hippies. They would like take me to like blues festivals and make like I can throw a frisbee so good, like whatever, like all this crap. And like, no.
Let them have a normal childhood. They
Yeah.
want to be hippies when they're older. Cool.
It's their own
Go
thing.
Crazy.
As a kid, I remember my dad just being like, "You can play basketball one year, and then the next year you're only camping and fishing or something shit." And I was like, "No, man, I can do both. Like, I don't."
Yeah, but weekends exist.
I forever have been the guy, like even since I was a kid, where I'm like, "That's stupid." Like if it's like control over me or over someone else, like that's And I just have never been cool about being told no. God, my mom was so weird with that stuff.
The ones that like go off and live on, communes and raise the kids there.
Yeah, that's childish.
Homesteading? Are you kidding me? Homesteading is the weirdest shit of all time. Just going out in the woods with like people that only know you because you're related. Like, no one wants to homestead with you. And then and you have to have a form of income, right? If me and you went homesteading and made a YouTube channel, it'd be very funny.
Sure.
With someone to edit it.
With electricity and internet access. Still very much. Is it the album version or the soundtrack version?
I think it's the same.
I think the soundtrack was even like sadder and dronier. Yeah.
Animals are trapped.
Drippings from my ceilings.
Eat fish.
Cause they don't have any feelings.
Here we get super sad.
Oh, gosh. This terrible thing happened in the 90s where the Crash Test Dummies wrote an entire song with and then everything was ruined.
By the way, love Nirvana.
Love Nirvana.
Fantastic band.
Very much.
Changed the game. But that one missed me. Missed me with it.
The opening, underneath the bridge, tarp has sprung a leak. And you're like, no one listening to this can relate, man. We don't live under a bridge.
And if you did, you wouldn't listen to the song.
You would not listen to the song.
You know what bridge people love? Being reminded that they're bridge people.
Also, if you're picking a song about bridges, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's the best one.
That's the best one.
Yeah, sure.
Not even close.
Also, if we're talking about bridges, Jeff's the best one.
I like ones that are over troubled waters.
Mm-hmm.
I'll mess with those. If we were to do the I-9 Varsity of Bridges, which we could, not going to. It's not something in the
Bridge in music or a bridge?
Oh,
okay.
Good reference.
Yeah, I like that.
Would have made the varsity.
Yeah, Of the Nose. That would be on the list, I think, for sure. Yeah. Also, sitting down with 3 of your closest friends and just having a card game.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a good one. The Duke City Championship Wrestling. That's not where I was going with this. The Duke City Championship Wrestling event is October the 19th. Come and hang out with your boys. Seats are basically all gone. So you can get the GAs. They're available.
Come stand with me next to the bar.
And by the way,
that's what me and Steve will do.
You guys do that.
Yeah.
I will, I'm at the event broadcasting Duke City Championship Wrestling, DCCWtickets.com. Come hang out with your boys. It's going to be a lot of fun. But keep in mind, if you buy a ticket to Duke City Championship Wrestling, that money goes through holdmyticket.com.
Mm-hmm.
They launder it for me, and then they slide it into my pocket, Daddy's pockets.
Right.
So you're buying a ticket.
Because you're the owner, operator, and the voice.
Yes, of Duke City Championship Wrestling.
I'm not trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes.
No, we want everyone to know.
Yeah.
Also, if you walk in, you're going to hear Gabe Gambino and Man High, and they're going to be playing Something in the Way.
They will not be doing that. So show up early. Listen to a real good ass band.
Bunch of new merch supplied to us by the Albuquerque Dukes and Steve Palmisano. Steve, thank you.
Yeah.
You excited about that?
Yeah.
Got some characters over there.
You're talking about the pro wrestlers?
Yes.
They're weird. They're a
Do they
bunch.
call you daddy?
One does. One of them does.
Then, make sure that they do that. Just here on the show.
I'm thinking about now asking for you to make a T-shirt that says "Daddy's Promotion," and then I'm gonna wear that to things.
Okay.
It will be one of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Daddy Russell's? Would that be a good one? Could we
Daddy
put?
Russell?
Russells?
Yeah.
Russells.
Mm-hmm.
That's my uncle. That's my uncle's name.
Daddy Russell.
Just Russell.
Just Russell.
I feel like. All right, so the text line is going crazy with Daddy suggestions. See, I don't like this. I don't like whenever the text line 505-246-0610 Sports Animal text line, the live chat. I don't like when all of the correspondence is just about how much people like to make fun of me.
Why they make
I don't know. There's never compliments on Amory's bets. There's never compliments on Van's baseball takes. We often do get compliments on Albuquerque Duke, so that's whatever. But like everything else is just people making fun of me. Right? My friend was generous. It's a pretty generous assumption. Just
Low hanging fruit because it's ripe and delicious.
the making fun of me fruit.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you know that bananas are berries?
Yeah. You got seeds.
Isn't that crazy?
I have no idea.
Amory, what's the problem? You're learning something and that hurts your brain because you have to forget a statistic from Fran Tarkington.
Potassium.
I thought bananas were fruits. I don't know. I don't get what the issue is. Like every other American human being in this world.
Well, a berry is a fruit. A fruit's not a berry.
Dude, I hate what you just said.
A banana is a fruit.
Banana is not
But
a
it's
fruit.
berry.
Banana is a berry.
A berry is a fruit.
Strawberries are not berries. Strawberries
not a
are
berry.
fruit.
Also berries.
Strawberries are not.
Strawberries aren't a berry.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
called strawberries.
They're fruits.
Because their seeds are on the outside.
And you can take one, plant it, and duplicate more of that thing.
That's how seeds work.
That's how seeds. Well, that's why vegetables are different because you can plant a part of a vegetable,
Yeah,
and
you
then it
just
becomes.
just throw a vegetable in the ground.
That is correct. Now you can
It'll fertilize itself.
you can throw a fruit on the ground, and also you don't have to have outside seeds to be a fruit. An apple is a fruit.
Correct. But
That-
apple's not a berry.
It's not a berry. It's not even close to a berry.
It's not a tree, not a bush.
Blackberry.
Blackberry's a berry.
Yeah.
Their seeds are on the inside. Yeah. Blueberry's a berry.
That is
Strawberry is not a berry.
not a berry.
Not
And a
berry.
banana is not a vegetable because you can't just plant them. Well, I guess technically you could just plant a banana. Well, it also depends what type of banana because not all bananas.
Not all bananas are made the same.
Yeah, they're not all germane.
Correct. Crazy world out there.
Oh, we're living in the future as far as it relates to fruits, vegetables,
Don't get
and
me
berries.
started on plantains.
What's up? Is that where you grow? Is that where you grow plants?
Yeah, it's like a banana with a really bad attitude.
Oh, is that like an itty bitty one?
No, they're come in all different sizes.
You've had that?
Yeah, it's like bananas, like just cousin that's pissed off all the time. They're not as sweet, not as delicious.
If you ever get cramps, you can eat 3 berries.
3 banana.
Then you should be good.
Monkey never.
Should be fine moving forward. We go over the power rankings of the NFL whenever we get back. We tell you who the best teams are. We tell you who the worst teams are. And how on any given Sunday, Fred's going to let it ride. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Green chili, a berry. I mean, a fruit. A vegetable.
That sounds fun.
I gotta take this call real quick.
We're going to go to London. We're going to London. That's
Some guy.
I'm not going to say for the record, Fred takes phone calls when he's on the show.
It's also available in 2
delicious flavors, honey and berry. Dayquil Kids from fixes the daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, and stuffy nose just for kids medicine. Pick it up at your local pharmacy or any major retailer today. For kids 6 and up, use as directed.
To celebrate National PE Week, here's some reasons why 10.4 million patients trust their health to board-certified physician assistants every week. These can diagnose, manage chronic illnesses, prescribe medications, and assist in surgery. These also increase access to health care, and that's important because your health can't wait. Learn more at needdothat.net. Sponsored by the National Commission on Certification of Physician Assistants.
This playlist today is like everything I listened to in middle school and early high school. That was like my jam. All these songs.
I'm sure what it put on it.
From the last 5 years alone. The reality is, there's Laura Rowe and there's everybody else. Interact, need a check.
I don't even know what.
It's been
that just broadcast all over Facebook?
No, it was muted. I probably bumped it whenever I got up earlier or something.
Was that a shitty call?
No, it was one of my wrestlers. There's a lot of confusion on the state licensing right now.
We got through number 8, the Cowboys on the power rankings.
Cowboys still top 10.
Top 10, dude. Top 3rd.
Back on the program. Are we on number 8 Dallas Cowboys, or do we get past that?
We are past. Was that the remix?
Seahawks sitting at number 9. I guess.
Pete Carroll's that dude. It doesn't matter who you throw at him.
Well, hold on. They threw no one at them. They threw the Giants at them.
They've had other games. Which is good.
They had a The real question is, when do they face the 49ers? Because that's when they fall. Well, they have to, yeah, by rule. Phrasing. Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
that's good for them.
What's that, week 12 and 14, 11 and 13? Okay, so they won't fall out of the top 10 until then.
Or maybe not even.
The Baltimore Ravens at 3-2 are not better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-1. Flip 10 and 11 around. Lamar,
Man, I think it falls off. It falls off pretty hard after the Ravens. The Buccaneers and Browns being 11 and 12. Oh my goodness! We are slowly approaching the mediocre teams.
After the top 7, it falls off.
Well, I mean, they got the Chargers all the way down to 13.
They're not good.
They did take 2 L's, but one was a freak loss, and then they've won 2 in a row. I got the Chargers as a top 10 team.
I would say
the Bengals aren't going to be bad all this side. Yeah.
Guys, the Saints, the Colts, the help me out. Who's the Buccaneers? Like, there's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, there's a grip of teams that all have winning records that are better top 10 teams than what is listed here in the top 10. These power rankings are bad.
I think they're pretty accurate. right now. I mean, I would have the Chargers. I mean, it's hard to overrank the Bengals with a losing record. They should be somewhere in the middle. The Atlanta Falcons, like 2 last-second victories, they should be in the middle. The Colts have a winning record. They don't even have their new shiny toy starting quarterback. They should be in the middle. And then at 18 is my dumpster fire Green Bay Packers, who are just going to fall down and down and down the power rankings.
They're not better than the Steelers. The Steelers are a good football team.
It's weird how the Steelers are 3-2 and they got ranked 20.
Their coach
literally just beat who they have ranked at number 10.
Yeah.
That's the biggest question mark in this whole thing.
Their coach is really good. And I'm not just the guy who's like, oh, he won a bunch a long time ago and he's You know, he was a coordinator with a big, big personality who got an opportunity. He's low key really good at coaching football. I don't buy into that rah stuff. You know, I'm talking the big locker room personality thing. At this level, at the professional level, you're not saying anything to anyone. Like you're there at the professional level. And
I
then
think it works for Coach Campbell in Detroit. He's got a group there that he does the rah thing, and they follow him into war.
You don't think they roll their eyes?
Some guys have to. 53 dudes, somebody's got to just they don't even take their AirPods out.
I agree.
Yeah.
You ever watch like those sideline things where a player's like, hey, I'm going to go, juice up a coach and get him real excited. And then they go and like rah in front of him. And then the coach's like, just go sit down.
Just go to work, man.
Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I'm
working. Go back to your position group and get practice.
I'm working on my UHF frequency on this headset right now, dude. I don't have time. Just if you want attention, have the chiropractor pop your back, dude. Like, what are you doing here?
Rest in peace, 2023 Baltimore Orioles. It's in the third inning. Texas is up 6-rip.
Shut up. God, do you have any idea what the Cowboys would give to be up 6-0 on someone?
Once.
That would be a huge benchmark. That's going to become a baseball town.
Baltimore?
No,
They always have been.
We're not talking about Baltimore.
Yeah,
Arlington.
They're just overshadowed by the Astros' success. There are a ton of passionate Rangers fans, and they go hard.
Yeah, but now they're going to give up completely on the Cowboys.
I don't think that's accurate.
Do they want to root for a winner, or do they want to root for the Cowboys?
Well, I mean, the Rangers and the Cowboys season probably will mirror each other. But the Rangers are going to beat the Orioles and then lose to the Astros. And then the Cowboys, whoever they play in the wild card round, they'll win their first game. Then they'll lose their second one to the Niners or the Eagles. They're basically a mirror of each other.
It would make the most sense if you were actually a fan of winners to stop rooting for the Cowboys and to start rooting for the Rangers. And if you wear Cowboys gear, pack it away. Just pack it away for a while. Put it away for, what's a safe number? 30 years?
Another 5.
25 years.
Maybe in another week or two if they finally play Cooper Rush and then start a tradition of winning again in Dallas. That would be fantastic. Also, if you want to pack away your pathetic loser Dallas Cowboys memorabilia,
yes,
come down here and replace it
with Duke's gear.
With Turkey Duke's gear.
That's what I'm saying.
They're at the Duke's team store in the Knoxville Shopping Center on the corner of Central and Carlisle.
Do me a favor, go to TMZ.com and see how many Dallas Cowboys players are currently at the Rangers game. Look that up.
Okay, I'm not going to TMZ. I've never done it. I'm not going to start.
Okay.
Is it on Reddit?
Is it linked to TMZ from Reddit?
Yeah.
To me, and they probably don't even let the Cowboys in because they don't want that kind of weird energy. If Jerry Jones would be like, I want to go to the baseball game, they'd be like, no, dude.
You gotta walk in the bar, dude. You can't have this mediocrity on our field.
No, we are for winners here. This is the one where we win. Unlike you, Dallas.
Win this series against the obviously lose.
When you were watching Dak Prescott give up Sunday night, what did that feel like in your heart?
So Steve didn't watch the second half.
Yes, yes, they did.
Let's just stop right here. Come on, let's get serious. I did not watch the game. What was I doing?
Anything fun? Because that was not it.
Watched dinner with my family, my in-laws.
No.
How are they? The Cowboys fans?
No.
That's smart.
Cardinals fans.
You know the 2 Cardinals fans?
Actually, the Broncos fans.
That tracks.
There you go. They're more likely.
So,
good program today.
That's a good program.
Do it again tomorrow?
I'm in.
We're in the studio tomorrow. Wah, wah.
I like being out with the people.
That's how I feel.
Me.
Similar to the Little Mermaid, I want to be where the people are.
This is Pinocchio.
Steve, final words?
Thanks for being here. It's good to see you guys in person. I'm just still looking for my flowers.
Steve hit us with the thanks for playing. Van?
Don't miss a second of the opening drive action tomorrow morning with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Butterkid.
Hey, Marie did pretty okay today. It wasn't your best effort, but I was at the end of it. I was impressed with it. Not so bad.